Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So last week I did a Play With Me AR video for one of my matches in the light season, and I thought it might be cool to do another one for the Astro season because I do use pretty different teams in this season. So I'll be playing one offense match, and then I'll show you guys the two defense matches that I had today. Okay, so I have 5 teams in this season. The first one is a hit and run team with Reinhardt as the star. He's really good. He's got lull attack, res, and heavy blade and moonbow, so he's basically getting off moonbow in every round of combat because along with Deathblow 4 and lull, he pretty much has higher attack than everyone else. And I also have 2 Altinas, which raises his attack by 6, so he's really good in this season. I've also got my +10 Raisin as a support unit on this team because a dancer is pretty much a necessity on a hit and run team. And then I've got Jafar as the bonus unit on this team. I'm using him because he's ranged so he can help snipe some structures. And then I've got my 2 Altinas. So one of them is just using her base kit and the other one is using a buff bot build. Next up, I've got my team with Roy as a tank. I mainly use this one on teams where Thrasier is present and there are like no blue mages or anything like that because I also use Faye in this season, who is weak to Thrasier, so I need to have Roy for some of those matches. I don't use him that often, but he is useful to have once in a while. And here I'm using Fjorm as the bonus unit because she can soak Dark Shrine, which is really good. And I'm also using Eliwood, Legendary Eliwood, as a, he's going to give bonus doubler to Roy, which is really helpful. And then I have 2 teams with Faye as the focus. One of them has got Raisin as the support unit, so I use this, I'm going to use him on teams where I need sudden panic, or where I just feel like I need a dancer. And I also have the team with Legendary Eliwood, so this is if there's no need for a dancer, or if the enemy team doesn't have visible buffs so that I don't need sudden panic. In that case, I would probably prefer to use Eliwood because he gives bonus doubler, which is really strong. And finally, I have my Vantage team. So on this one, I've got Halloween Hector to help deal his damage using his duo skill, and he's also got Armor March, which helps Cecilia move 2 spaces. She's my main Vantage tank, so I actually had a +10 Cecilia before Hall of Forms came along, but I decided to get a copy from her from Hall of Forms because I didn't have Pulse Smoke or Broadleaf Fan for her, and now she's much better with those 2 skills. So I just merged her into my +10 Cecilia, because it doesn't matter, she has neutral IVs anyway. Yeah, and I'm using Jafar as the bonus unit on this one as well because he is an armor, so he fits in pretty well with Hector, who has Armor March as well. Okay, so let us begin the offense match. So this one is a flyer ball team. So it's got this +10 Tana. Oh, it looks pretty high investment. Next up is Myrrh. Next up is Est. There's a Raisin, an Air, and a Lincia. So just at a first glance, it doesn't appear like any of them have hardy bearing, so my gut is kind of telling me to use Cecilia here. So I think the only one with an armor effective weapon here is Est. So I'm just going to see if I can effectively use Cecilia here. I'm going to try smiting in Cecilia so that she can kill Est before Est gets a chance to kill her. Okay, so my strategy, I'm gonna see if I can snipe that healing tower, although I'm not sure if I will be able to. It's probably just gonna have to be enough. Okay, let's see.
What's your answer? Yes, Father!
Got it.
With utter certainty. Consider it done.
Okay, so I am gonna wait for turn 3 here, I think. So Hector has Smite, so does Altina.
With utter certainty.
Is that snow?
Consider it done.
This way,
And then in turn 3, I'm gonna smite in
That's a difficult
Cecilia.
Yes, Father.
So that was the real trap, so I'm gonna be able to kill Est here.
What's your answer?
And now she should be fine, but we will see.
My trust.
For you.
With utter certainty, you have my trust.
Is that...
Okay, and now I'm trying to position my units so that I can get the pots easier. So I actually messed up here. I didn't realize that Cecilia was going to kill everyone, so I did miss both pots. That's kind of annoying, but it's okay. It's not really a big deal. And now for my defense matches of the day. So I'm recording this actually the next day because I didn't get a chance to record it last night before the maintenance started, so I'll just show these two that I had from the other day. So this one, I believe I killed 2 people and then they just surrendered or timed out. So they're using a Brave Ike as their tank. They're using Micaiah as a bonus, then Legendary Azura and Lucina to provide support to the Ike, and Altina for scoring purposes. So I guess they're just gonna leave Ike there this turn, which is definitely not gonna work. Like, we've seen this before with my team. Like, if you're gonna fully buff Ike, which they did, and then you're gonna let him take a panic from Veronica, it's really not gonna go well for you. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is definitely not gonna go well. So they're just gonna leave him there, and I guess Cecilia's gonna be enough just to kill him straight up. They didn't even need to use Panic Boy from Veronica. And then my units, Cecilia's just gonna go off and kill someone else. Unfortunately, it looks like Sonya could not one-shot Altina, which is kind of annoying. But at this point, I assume they did not surrender yet. Okay, well, they surrendered now. So yeah, basically they already lost 2 units. There's no real point in playing this one out. Okay, and the next one I defeated 3 people in, so let's see what they did here. So they're using Micaiah as a bonus, they're using a Tethys. I'm surprised they didn't give her Tamari. She's really good with Tamari. She helps debuff people on the enemy team. Next up is another Brave Ike, and a Lucina for support, and a Altina. So a lot of teams I've noticed who face me have Brave Ike, and they often just try to put him there, or somewhere else, like in the middle to bait. But unfortunately, like, he's strong, but he's not strong enough to take everyone on my team. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, a lot of people just try to rely on their Brave Ike strategy plus Lucina. That probably works on a lot of AR defense match, but it definitely doesn't work against my specific team. Which is why my defense team is so good, because a lot of people try to just rely on Brave Ike, and it's not going to work. Okay, so they're probably going to hit and run Veronica and then hope that Ike can... Oh, no, never mind. I guess they're just going to leave... Okay, this is definitely not going to work. I'm not sure why they thought that would work, but... So Thrasier gets 2 hits in, and Altina can't even counterattack. And then she's gonna go ahead. I'm surprised that she tried to kill Micaiah. I guess she couldn't kill Ike. And now Sonya's gonna swoop in and kill, and so is Cecilia. Yeah, and at this point, like, they might as well surrender. Yeah, okay, so they just surrendered there. Yeah, as you can see, like, they tried to do some kind of failed hit and run there, which really did not work against my team. But yeah, so that was my defense matches for the day as well. Yeah, unfortunately I did mess up on my offense match. I miscalculated their ranges and I didn't realize that I would be missing both pots. But that's okay. I usually don't really miss pots in my other matches, so I'll just have to make sure I get all the pots in my other matches from now on so that I can get that extra match at the end of the week. But yeah, so that's all for this week's AR Play With Me video. Thank you for watching, and please let me know what else you would like to see from me.